All right, CIS 102. Moving along, we have the idea of Creative Commons. Now, I know it's kind of buried. It's on this side. Over here next to me, this is on the bottom of figure 2-20 in the module 2, is the idea that you have this vast resource of the internet at your disposal, but we have to ask a really core question: is who owns all of that content? And as somebody who has worked in web design, I have had web studios, I've had and worked with photographers, I have, just I've immersed myself in the web. And what I can tell you is there's a vested interest in the people who create images and the people who create websites, color palettes, LUT packs. So think about things like, when you use Instagram and things like that, you want to put a filter on there, you just tap a single button and boom, you get a filter. Somebody had to make that. They should be paid for that. So here, the textbook talks about Creative Commons, having fair use, something that you can use for free or something that you can pay a small fee for to use. But then they don't give you any resources that you can use. So I just wanted to highlight a few resources that we, Rock Valley College, have used. Eric Wolf, has used, and that are used pretty generally for the internet at large. So the first of these resources I wanted to talk about is Unsplash. Unsplash is incredibly popular. If you have seen a background image in a YouTube thumbnail, probably it comes from Unsplash. If you have seen an image on a rapidly produced website, I'm thinking about our rvccis.info website, I use Unsplash for that. It is a remarkably great resource. You can simply put you can see right here behind me, that's this side, in the search bar, search for high resolution images. You get high resolution images. It's fantastic. There is also looping video. You can use that for things like YouTube channels. You can use that in your background if you do Twitch streaming, things of that nature. Unsplash is fantastic, and there's just a little copy and paste that you do for it's called attribution. I give the artist credit for that image. I give the artist credit for that video, for that, a drum loop or whatever it is that we're using. And I am giving the artist credit. I can use it in my own page, and it offsets and enhances the look of whatever it is that we are trying to produce. Another one is called Pexels, PEXELS.com. It's very, very similar to that. These are highlighting black and white and I'll call it like street photography. So if we just put computers in here, boom, we get computers as our stock images. Same deal. We can click through to any of, not all of these, many of these. Pexels does include both royalty-free and paid-for options. You do have to be a little bit more careful here. Some of them are paid, and you'll know that you have to pay for them because it will force you to pay for it. But Pexels is great. I have used this on many of our RVC brochures and things like that when we distribute them out in the community. The very last one here is Pixneo. Pixneo includes something that the other two solutions do not, and this is what is called vector images. Computer vector image is the search that I'm putting in here. It is rendering rather than vector image. That's the type of image I would put in an advanced search. You don't have to do that. So here instead I have done computer rendering, and you can see here I get potentially get a rendered image that I can use. So in the cases that I would need a drawing of an image or a 3D rendering of an image, I could use Pixneo instead of Unsplash or Pexels, and I will get the kind of product it is that I am looking for. You can see here above, I do with all three of these tools. I would have to, actually that's not true of Unsplash, but Pexels and Pixneo, I would have to sign in. This has pushed me through to iStock Photo, which is one of the web's largest photo repositories. They are, however, in some cases paid for. This particular image is free, and it would remove that watermark that you can see in the lower right of the image. It goes very, very quickly. You just have to sign up and confirm. You do not have to, again, pay for every image that you use, but attribution is a part of kind of the web and the web industry. These are artists who are using expensive equipment. They're using expensive pieces of software. And if you're not paying for it, you're essentially stealing it from them. So services like Unsplash, Pexels, Pixneo will allow you to discover free use materials that you can use what is referred to as an attribution. You can say thank you to whomever the artist is. That helps them grow their portfolio. It helps you use free materials. Everybody wins. We can't always say that.